There's a brand new pandemic that we are against, and that pandemic is Donald J. Trump. I don't know what the J stands for, but ever since he came back into power, he has been causing, he has been making a lot of controversial decisions, that has seen him receive backlash from a lot of, people in South Africa, and not only South Africa but globally, because his decisions affect a lot of people, mostly, African countries. He has a situation of taking Ghanaians back home. He has deported a lot of people, including Mexicans, which led to the Mexican president, writing a very long statement, trying to show him that, these situations could kill the American economy as time goes. And USA is one of the superpowers of the world. Super, I think super, yeah, super. Whatever. It has like all the power, and they are economically stable, and they have the media, and they have all those sorts of things. Hence right now, it seems like a lot of countries depend on some sort of help from the USA, and that's something that Trump has been trying to emphasize ever since he got into power. He has been trying to show all these countries that each and every country kind of benefits something from the USA, and then he has the power to stop it if he wants to. He started with the whole 25% tariff, which means that whatever goods are that are imported into America, they are going to be charged an extra 25%. And it goes this the same way when you do exports. So that's not the reason that I'm making this video. I was just trying to give you a brief background on the situation that has been happening. And amongst the countries that have been heavily affected by Donald Trump's rampage is South Africa. It started when he announced that he's going to cut all aid to South Africa, if South Africa continues to try and create. You remember there was a whole situation with BRICS, whereby we saw BRICS countries trying to create their own currency that's gonna be their base currency for trading, making sure that they no longer use the US dollar. So Trump was like, I cannot keep supporting a country that's trying to destroy the USA. So he threatened that he was gonna stop all the funds, all the aids, and everything that he is supporting South Africa with, until they withdraw from that whole situation of BRICS, whereby they are trying to create their own currency. Now recently there was a law, what should I call it? There was a law act that was put into place, basically trying to regain back the land that was taken, you know, unfairly. So you remember there was a whole issue of apartheid, where land was taken, without, not following the rightful process. So Trump is heavily against that, and to punish South Africa for doing that, he has stopped funding what's this HIV and TB, programs in South Africa, which saw an amount of 15,000 people's jobs being at risk, because that's where the funds are coming from. If the funds are not coming from the USA, it means that there is no funds to pay these people. But most importantly, it means that there will be, you know, a very low supply of ARVs and TB medication, which means that the livelihood of a lot of South Africans who are living, at the mercy of these diseases will be at risk. They could lose their lives because there won't be enough medication to cater for all the people in South Africa who are suffering from this whole situation. A potential outcome of this could mean that this drugs or medicine could end up being for sale. This is just an opinion that I have. I feel like if this continues, and then there is no funds, we don't have people who continue funding this the production and everything. This could lead to this medicine being sold by the private sector. For now they are government, they are provided by the government, but if there are no funds for creating and then manufacturing these medicines, that could potentially mean that people will end up paying for ARVs as time goes, because it will be costing, a lot of money to create. Um, the government has called on private sector businesses to kind of contribute to, make up and then cover that whole portion that has been covered by the United States. And I remember the president mentioned that around, USA doesn't cover 100% of the medication in South Africa, the, HIV and TB medication, but they cover 17% of, that supply that's brought into South Africa. But the recent reports that shows that people might be losing their jobs kind of says otherwise. According to me, it doesn't seem like they are um sponsoring only 17%. If a decision of USA to withdraw can cause 15,000 people's jobs to be at risk, it means that they are doing much more than we were told that they are doing. So this is the situation right now. As it stands, we don't know what the plan of the government is concerning this whole situation. Are they gonna listen to Donald Trump and then amend the acts that they have put into place? According to me, I feel like this is just a tyrannical move. You know, Trump doesn't have to have any say in how South Africa is run as a country. He doesn't have to have an option or an opinion in, the acts that should be implemented in the country. This is like an internal issue whereby South Africa on its own has to handle it. So him trying to, involve himself in the decision makings of South Africa, it kind of raises a lot of red flags. Also, it gives us an opportunity as a country to be independent and find ways to stop depending on Western countries, because eventually this was going to happen at some point. South Africa is very rich in a lot of things, raw materials, resources. I still don't understand why South Africa fails to stand up on its own. Like, a lot of countries that are doing so right now who, have less, resources like than South Africa, but yet we are still at the mercy of these countries. We do not make our own decisions. Whenever South Africa makes a decision that impacts them, there are usually backlashes and whatsoever. So that's the situation right now. We might have a shortage of ARVs as the USA has pulled out from funding AIDS relief and TB medications. So like I said, there's only one outcome, two outcomes basically. One is that the state can find funders, and funders generally are a very scary situation based on the government that we have right now, and situations that we've had in the past of funds being misused, of funds just disappearing. There's also another situation, but that's one solution. The other one is that these medications might end up being for sale at some point because the production would be expensive. So South Africans might have to end up paying for ARVs and TB medications. So let me know in the comment section. Do you think South Africa should give in to Donald Trump's requests, or should we continue doing what's best for us as a country, regardless of the impact of USA? Let me know in the comment section. Till next time.